Hey, thank you so much for joining us on Work Visa Solutions, where we code for the American dream so it is still open for yours. Now, you're going to want to stick around to the end because that's when we're going to tell you what two jobs are the most likely to draw an RFE, that is a request for evidence, on your H-1B petition. So because Donald Trump is issuing all these new RFEs, what's the most common? One of the most common has to do with the entry level position. A lot of Donald Trump's rhetoric, which is now being carried into effect in the USCIS, an administrative agency that his administration has control over, and their policies are starting to ring through with the hire American, buy American, whatever the name of his, and by his, I mean Donald Trump's executive order was from early in 2018. They are trying to make it more difficult for the H-1B resource to start their American dream. The way they're starting to really hit the RFEs are for the lowest level of the H-1Bs. Each H-1B application needs to have an LCA from the DOL. These are one of the problems with the legal immigration industry. And whenever anybody says they believe in legal immigration, say, explain that legal immigration you believe in. Because they won't. They have absolutely no idea what they're talking about. And so the LCA, the Labor Conditions Act, or the Labor Conditions Application, it has to go through the Department of Labor to make sure that you are paying the appropriate rate based on, the OOOH. Again, more acronyms. We'll do another video to the OOH, and if I've already done that, I'll add it right up in here. Yeah, because you can drop the other videos you've done into your current videos. The most important thing about the LCA is that it provides what level that job for the H-1B is and how much it needs to be paid and what its skill level is. So we have an experience paradox, one of those things that you're trying to avoid the level 1 because you know you're going to get an RFE for it. And the only way you can avoid the level 1 is if you have enough experience to get to the level 2. But you can't get enough experience to get to level 2 unless you have enough experience to pass level 1. And how am I supposed to get the experience if I don't have it? You know, it's one of those deals. Nobody wants to hire anybody without experience, but you don't have the experience to get hired. Great. The American dream is open for business. That's one of the problems. But anyway, stick around. It's not just the private sector that gets hit by these RFEs. Like I said, there was 85,000 RFEs in 2017, and they were not all directed at the cap lottery. Many of them were for the more than 215,000 H-1B applications that are cap exempt, including some that came from Massachusetts General Hospital. Their RFEs shot from 15 in 2016 all the way up to 50 in 2017. And the only real change in policy was Obama versus Trump. And what were some of these RFEs asking for? Proof of the nonprofit status relationship that Massachusetts General has with a little school called Harvard. Harvard, yes. So anyway, this Harvard evidently has existed for hundreds of years, and it is totally cap exempt. So all these H-1B applications that were going through under a different pipeline, the cap exempt pipeline, started to get RFEs at a very increased rate. From 15 to 50, that's just not a 30% increase across the board. That's 4, 5, 600% for that particular instance. Now, if all of them were up 50%, 45% in 2017. Were they up all in the lottery, or were more of them up in these other ones? And what's the point? Why is USCIS trying to do this, despite them taking down that we are a nation of immigrants? What are they serving? What policy are they serving? The American dream is not open to you anymore. It sucks. It really does suck. So, thank you so much for putting up with this. And if you're still here, thank you. Because we're now going to reveal the top 2 jobs that draw the most RFEs. Try to avoid applying for one of these, or if you're applying for one of these, make sure that you budget an RFE into your application. And what are they? So now, for why you came here, let's talk about what 2 jobs have the highest rates of RFEs. But first, if this is the first time that you've joined us on Work Visa Solution, you found that this was valuable to you, I hope that you subscribe. If you've been watching us for a while and you've already got an account at Work Visa Solutions and you have a question about your legal status, please do leave it in the comments or direct message us through workvisas.solutions. Now, here are the top 2 jobs for getting an RFE. First, software developers, and second, computer systems analysts. So if you are being given a job opportunity for either a software developer or a computer systems analyst, and they're filing those into the USCIS and they're applying to the lottery, even if you win the lottery, there's a good chance it's not over. But that's why we're here, because at Work Visa Solutions, we code for the American dream, so it's still open for you. See you next time.